a minute. It's a versus. Good morning, everybody. Sunscreen season is upon us. Sunscreen is one of those things that many of us struggle with in our skincare. Like, sunscreen is problematic, guys. It's especially problematic for people with oily, acne-prone skin, because a majority of sunscreens out there is just too moisturizing and is most suited to people with normal to dry skin types. So sunscreen is problematic, but on this channel we are going to keep trying them, and eventually we are going to find something that suits everybody's needs and everybody's budget. In today's video, I wanted us to have a look at two South African manufactured sunscreens. They are local brands, but they're not black owned. So the one is the Everysun Sun Lotion SPF 15. This is the one. These two are amongst one of the most affordable sunscreens at the drugstore. I think this one goes for around just under 100 rands, and you get 100 mils of product, which is a lot for sunscreen. And the second one that we're going to be trying is the Island Tribe Sun Lotion SPF 50, which you all are very much interested in. This is manufactured by Adcock Ingram. But you remember Adcock Ingrams? They brought us camphor cream. Many of us grew up on Adcock Ingrams, on camphor cream. I mean, so these are the two sunscreens that I wanted to show you today, because I do want to save you money where I can, and I know that many of you are rushing out now. I think we're all getting to a point where we're starting to understand the importance of sunscreen in our routines, and many of you are rushing out to get sunscreen. So I want to try and save you money by you not getting the wrong product for you. So I don't have anything on my skin. I just had a bath, so my skin is a little dry. I'm not going to apply vitamin C because I want you to see how these apply. These are very, very moisturizing, so you can get away with not using moisturizer at all. You know how we do with the verses. We're going to put one on this side of the face and put another on this side of the face. So let me quickly show you the swatches of both. These are both very, very thick sunscreens. This is the Island Tribe SPF 50. I always drop things. This is the Island Tribe. I don't think you're gonna see much, but they are, I think the consistency of it is more or less, it's very similar. And then this is the Everysun. Everysun is also a local brand. I'm just not sure who manufactures it, but I know it's not black. But that's not to say you should not buy the sunscreen. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just giving you additional information. So this is the Island Tribe. This is the Island Tribe, and this is the Everysun. You won't see the difference. They're both white creams. They're both very thick. They look very similar, actually. They're both fragrance. Well, the Island Tribe is fragrance free, and the Everysun has a fragrance to it. It smells like it's not an overwhelming smell. It smells like one of the baby products. So let's apply these. I'm gonna take these, and then I'm gonna apply. This is Everysun, and this is the Sun Island. Let's put the rest of the Everysun, and then I'm going to clean my hands to avoid cross-contamination. You know, you can't avoid it sometimes with these videos, but I'm going to do my best. This is how much I'm going to apply. I'm not going to apply too much. I've worn these sunscreens over and over and over again. This is almost finished, so I know how they apply. I just want you to see them on me, and then we're going to talk about them. So let me just rub them in, and I'm going to speed up the clip.
It's not that I don't want you here, yeah. It's something about the way you say it to my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. I fall for you every time I try to resist. Can't get away. One trees, beach views, and every day. All I wanna do is have pictures on replay. Still run next to you. You do. Try not to show how I feel about you. You wish you were, but we don't really want. I just wanna get away.
looking like after the first initial application. We're gonna give it some time and let the sunscreen settle, but let me show you quickly what it's looking like. This is a side with the Island Tribe Sun Lotion Fragrance Free SPF 50, and this is the side with the Everysun SPF 50 with fragrance. So we're gonna give it, what's the time now? the time now is 8:29. I'm going to come back in another 10-15 minutes, and then we're gonna have a look at what it's looking like after it's settled down, and then we're gonna discuss the two sunscreens. The time now is 8:42, so the sunscreen's been on my skin for about roughly 10 minutes, and this is what we are looking like after 10 minutes. Let me just come closer and show you. I think this is close enough. I think this is alright without overwhelming the lens. Alright, this is the Island Tribe Sun Lotion Fragrance Free SPF 50. This is what we're looking like. This is okay, and then this is the Everysun SPF 50 lotion with a little bit of fragrance. This is what we are looking like. I hope you can see. So Island Tribe, Everysun. Alright, let me move back. Let's start with the side with Everysun. Everysun is a fragrance sunscreen, and it applies very nicely. It is easily spreadable and absorbs relatively quickly onto the skin. When it comes to stinging of the eye, sometimes it will irritate the eye. If you're using the sunscreen and you want to use it up, just be careful not to use too much of it around the eyes. If you don't, then you're not gonna have an issue. This is a very nice sunscreen, not too heavy. It's lightweight, however it does get heavy with more applications, and with more applications it starts looking greasier and greasier. Especially on hot days. This sunscreen does not have a white cast going in with the first application. However, with more applications, it does start to look like it has a purplish type of cast. It shows up on my skin, so I think anyone with a darker tone than me, it's gonna show up a lot more prevalent on them. This sunscreen has titanium dioxide, and I find that with the sunscreens that I've tried that have titanium dioxide, they do tend to have that purple cast on me. This one, it will only start to show with more reapplication, so I don't foresee anyone with a lighter skin tone having an issue with that, apart from the fact that it's way too moisturizing. This sunscreen did not break me out. I did not feel like it was giving me breakouts when I started using it. So it's a very nice screen. It just has those two shortfalls that it sometimes will sting the eye. Oh, it's three. Sometimes it will sting the eye. It is greasy and greasy. Greasy is just so dramatic. It is too moisturizing to a point that it starts looking greasy, but it's not. And the cost. So for me, this is a sunscreen that I would suggest that you continue to buy for your kids. They are currently on a special at the green store. They usually have them in larger sizes, and they're still very much affordable. I think you can get a 400 ml for just under 130. So this is a sunscreen that will be suitable to use on your kids and will suit your budget. So for me, if I had kids, I would continue to buy this sunscreen for my kids and not for myself. However, I like the way that it applies, so I think if I continue to buy it, but I don't know, because I just have too much that is going on with sunscreens. I have a lot of sunscreen to get through. But if I were to continue to purchase it, I would use it on my body alone and not on my skin, babe, just because it has that purple cast. Guys, life is too short. And it's 2021. There are good sunscreens out there that I don't have to contend with the sunscreen that falls short or a formula that needs work. A sunscreen that hurts your eyes, a sunscreen that is greasy, or a sunscreen that has a purple cast, it's just sunscreen that needs work, and you don't have to contend with it. It's 2021. So that is Everysun. Now moving on to Sun Island, let me show you again. So you can already see the difference. This one is a lot clearer than this side. Although you don't see the cast, but you can see it's a darkened shade. And well, if you've used a sunscreen before, you can tell that this is gonna just grow to be a little bit problematic. So whilst it's not white, but you can see the difference. Look at this side. What do you guys think? You can see the difference. This side, this is the side with the titanium dioxide. This is the side without the titanium dioxide. Again, very, very moisturizing. You know, this sunscreen will stay like this the whole day. You can try and rub it and warm the product in your hands and try to maybe mitigate the shine. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Whether you rub it or you don't rub it, you apply it straight on your face. This is how this sunscreen is gonna show. It's gonna show up, and it's gonna show up like this consistently throughout the day. With more applications, it gets slightly worse. I don't want to say these sunscreens are greasy because again, it's very dramatic. They're not greasy, they're just way too moisturizing to a point that it may be uncomfortable for people with oilier skin types. But dry skins don't mind this type of glow, and depending on how hot the day is. But sometimes not we glow. So this is a good sunscreen, but not for this hot summer days. However, you can use it whilst you're waiting for us to find a good one that is going to be affordable and under that 200 Rand price point for people with oily skin types to use. You can use it and try and use a powder if you're a makeup wearer, again, to just mitigate the shine. This sunscreen has no cast. It will not sting the eye. This is just a very unproblematic sunscreen that I really love and enjoy using. But it's a pity that it's just too moisturizing for the hot summer days in South Africa, especially in hot, humid temperatures like the Northwest and Durban. I really wouldn't advise that you know, but you can use it whilst in the meantime, or you can buy it to use on your body, or buy it to use on those days that are a lot cooler to save up on your expensive sunscreen. If you have expensive sunscreen, it does not have a cast, and it will not show up casty with more reapplications of the sunscreen. So of the two sunscreen, this is the one that I really like. And again, if you're still waiting for another recommendation, this is the one that I would suggest that you try. It is 100 Rands, and if you don't like it, you can just always use it on your body. This is also going to be good for your kids and to use when you are doing outdoor sports. That is that on these two sunscreens, guys. Sunscreens are problematic, but I am really trying my best. In the meantime, if you are willing to put more money into sunscreen, and you can spend a little over $250 on a sunscreen, the Eucerin, what is one called? The Eucerin Oil Control Acne Prone Sunscreen SPF 50 is still a very good option for people with oily skin. It has a matte finish, and it will not have a white cast. It has a slight sting, but it's a sting that it's nothing to like be alarmed about. So that one is still a very good option. If you have the money, if you are willing to invest a little bit more on a sunscreen. However, if you're not willing to, you can just always buy this until we find one that can work for oily skin types at this price point. I'm not too hopeful though. I feel like with sunscreens we just have to accept that it's expensive and work around that knowledge to get the best for ourselves, you know. That is that, everybody. If there's something that I did not answer relating to these two sunscreens, please leave me a question in the comments section, and I will be happy to respond to you. Don't skip the ads too much. Sun, Island Tribe, and Everysun, everybody. Have a good day.